Alright, so we are mid-race in the Australian Grand Prix, so it's already started. Last year, looking to continue into this season, Acumen pushes onwards during the inaugural race of the 2021 Championship.
Something's not
3
right.
laps to go.
Understood, Casper. We're on it.
It's the gearbox. I lost a gear.
Push on, Casper. We're assessing. Just push on best you can.
Oh, a gearbox
right.
problem. Wow, I can't really manage the fault. I'm on automatic gearbox. I've got bother all over me, of course I have. So which one is he replaced? Let's find out, shall we? Race director. Oh, they did replace Vettel. So Vettel's gone. Wow. That's gonna annoy a lot of people, I can tell you. Because like I said earlier in this playthrough, it's like Vettel has a much bigger fan base than he ever used to. He's got a lot more fans now. So I can hear the screams of anguish from here.
Right, we've looked at the gearbox issue, but I'm afraid there's nothing we can do. Try and drive around it. We'll just have to hope for the best. Remember that you have a lot of torque in these power units, so you should be able to stay in higher gears for a lot of the lap.
I think he's lost 7th gear, I think. Funny enough, we're actually catching Gasly. Yeah, we lost 7th gear. I mean, Melbourne doesn't have a lot of straight, so I guess it's not that bad.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, that was a risky move. Dang it! Coming out of corners again. Alright. There we go. Got a bit trigger happy with the power there. Where's Jackson? Jackson's 8th. What's the objective? Finish the race. Okay, so you don't really have to finish on the points. I was just doing bits at Alpine. I have to say my favourite cars of the season are definitely the Alpine and Aston Martin. They were definitely my favourite cars going into the season. Shit. Oh god. Ugh, always that chicane. Always. It's amazing how you can really see how much the Williams changed over the off-season. Especially when you've driven the first one for a while.
Nice move. Good job.
The other Alpine, or is it Jackson? It's Jackson. So what do we do? Do we pass him or not? I think with a damaged gearbox, we're quicker. I'm probably going to stay behind him because I don't want Alonso to be breathing down his neck. Kind of reminds me of the fault I had in F1 Championship Edition, if you remember, in the Hungary race. I actually lost... I think I lost a gear. I think it was like second gear or something. I didn't even know it was happening.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Yeah, the AI definitely isn't set to the highest.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I'm doing pretty well with a guy who's lost 7th gear, but then again, unless it actually really goes, you can really get around it much easier.
The lap on the car behind.
Even if the PUs are much more complicated than they ever were in the past. It used to be stick an engine in it and go racing. Now you got to worry about like the ERS and the MGUH and MGUK. Everyone's got like every part's got their own like abbreviation and meaning, and it's like it's much more complicated, and it's not really as cost efficient as you might think. Because I think one thing they touted with this new like these new regs that came in 2014, for example, they touted that, you know, it's going to be more cost efficient and we could get more teams, and it's like we've lost more teams than we've had. The only real new addition to the roster was Haas in 2016. So, you know, we're not really getting like any real new teams. Give Jackson some space when he's going to defend for him. There's no point passing him and holding him up if we have a gearbox issue. I don't think we're supposed to beat him. Yeah, Melbourne only really has 2 straights, so it wouldn't really affect us too badly. I mean, I guess this part here is a straight. But yeah, I'm not...
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
I know... I can understand China with Ackerman, you know? I can understand why he would retaliate there. But it's like... These two have been shaky ever since the start. And I don't get Ackerman's point. Like, I don't know if he... Like, something's happened or what. But I really don't get Ackerman's kind of... problem. It's not really an issue, but it's like every time they have a crash, Ackerman's throwing the car around and blocking every possible avenue for Jackson to pass. I think that's... Do you know what? I think definitely since maybe the Melbourne contact, I think that's why they've been telling Jackson to hold position. Because they know Ackerman's going to throw a block and be how he is. But like I said earlier, Jackson should really be following the team orders as well. You know, it's definitely been half of Ackerman and half of Jackson. There's no real one blame here. They've both got equal blame in all the incidents so far.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
But I think I kind of understand to a point why Ackerman would probably feel a bit frozen out.
What's happened there to Casper Ackerman? Still managed to finish, but that's got to be frustrating act.
Yeah, looks like maybe it was a gearbox fault, which is always a blow for the driver. Ackerman won't be happy, but I'd say he's done very well in the circumstances.
Well, this isn't the start he would have wanted after last season. Let's hope things pick up for him. The drivers are en route to the...
They really are kind of talking him down, aren't they?
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk about it. So, not a great race out there for you today, Casper. Can you talk us through what happened?
Well, it was clearly an issue with the gearbox. Not a great place to be as a driver, but we'll work on it, I'm sure.
Well, despite obvious vehicle difficulty, you still managed to finish. How hard is it to bring it over the line when facing such issues?
Well, this is where experience comes in. You just have to switch off, be mindful, but try and ignore what is going on around you.
Yeah.
To concentrate only on the problem at hand, and hope for the best.
While it's an unfortunate start to this season, last season was muddied by a tense relationship with your teammate. How are things now with you and Aiden?
Let's just say the gearbox fault probably wouldn't have happened in Aiden's car. That's a horrible thing to say. That's horrible.
That was last season.
That's something
It's no
Sebastian
secret
would
that
say,
Aiden
you know? That's something Vettel would say.
But that's the risk when you put two drivers together for the first time. I don't like to look back, only forward. I'm sure he's learned a lot, and we'll see what happens this season.
Great. Well, that's everything.
I mean, Williams aren't known for giving one driver a better car. You know, they're not really known for that. The only team that really do that is Ferrari. Same a new season, same bad luck. Aww. You can't say that, you know. The gearbox can break at any car at any time. It's always unpredictable. You can't say things like that, because it's not true. It's just not. Are we back already? Manchester out. So we don't really seem to be focusing on the fact that Vettel hasn't even got a seat. That dragon is just... I have such a Michael Schumacher feel about that dragon. I don't think it's the same one, but it's pretty close. Surprising could finish for Ackerman even with the gearbox fault. Ackerman was clearly frustrated by the gearbox issues that affected his race. Oh, fucking David. It pissed me enough, so I finally did an interview with Trackside. No, don't give a shit what you have to say, dude. Doesn't he care? Yeah, because Ackerman said something about that. Scott into the barrier. They spent the budget for his car on Jackson's press tour. I swear he's been everywhere I turn recently. Maybe they should have spent it on some press coaching for Casper. You know what they say about old dogs. That seems like the kind of conversation Into the Barrier would have. They've really captured their personalities and really incorporated it well in this game. I love this. It's probably one of my favourite things about this whole story. You know, the people you see. We're all annoyed at you about the gearbox. Rest assured we're investigating what went wrong and we'll work hard to make sure it doesn't happen again. Jeff's probably continued to collect the gearbox. Team is all over it. I take it you saw the interview with Butler. He's just trying to wind you up. The man's a troll. Just ignore him and hope he moves on. Lucas Faber knows from experience, Casper. I would listen to that. What was it he said? Good start, being positive. Obviously hard to say the kind of changing. With that, Devon tapped. It's me last season. I just said Williams, but now I'm not so sure. Good drivers just can't get their acts together. Oh my god. What a dick. But yeah, Lucas knows from experience. It's pretty much it's so cool seeing Lucas Weber, and you know, it's nice to see they haven't forgotten him, you know, and they kind of intertwine his whole experience into the actual story here. So cool. I really like that fact. Right. So Bahrain Grand Prix. Looking to bounce back after the frustration of the Australian Grand Prix, Casper and Williams are eager to find stability and secure. But as the race goes on, it becomes clear that his tyre wear is reaching critical levels. Oh boy. He's on the soft tyres, that would make sense.
Look, I'm losing grip.
Understood. Can you box next lap, Casper? Box next lap.
No, I need to come in now. It's quite bad.
We've got Aiden coming in now. Just hold out one more lap, please, Casper.
I mean, that's fair.
Isn't he a lap down?
Yes, he's on a different strategy.
Really?
Haven't I got priority?
He's boxing now. Please hold off, Casper.
We gotta hold off, dude.
No, I'm all over the place here. I'm coming in now.
Oh, what an idiot.
Must have been pretty urgent for Aiden, huh?
Please be patient, Casper.
There goes another place. And another.
What do you expect? You're coming in behind him.
Okay, let's go, let's go.
That's why they told you to not pit. I mean, I know your tyres are dead, but Lewis Hamilton has dead tyres all the time. If you listen to him on the radio, and he still manages to do it all right.
Okay, that wasn't ideal. Let's see if you can get a few places back.
I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying. Because I kind of get that. Because, you know, he's saying, like, he should have priority because he's a lap ahead. But if anyone's coming in that lap, you have to not do that. You can't stack up. You're going to just lose places. I know the car's all over the place, and I know you've got dead tyres, but, you know. I'm just going to refuse that, get rid of that tip. Hopefully that won't show up. I keep getting the tips. I should really mean to turn them off. I thought I did turn them off. I get the whole priority thing because, you know, Casper's a lap ahead, that would make sense, but it's not a case of urgency for Aiden. It's like he's on a different strategy. They're going to try something out. They're try something new. Something's happened. I'm not sure what. Let's see if we can get a replay. Aiden's like right at the back. Oh, here we go. That's is that Sainz? Yeah, it's Sainz passing Stroll. I'm not sure where the yellow flag came up for. Yeah, I think that's where they told him to stay out because he's just going to lose places. He can't, you know, he's only got himself to blame there. I know the tyres are dead, but you'd think a man of Casper's experience would learn how to handle it. You would know how, not learn, but know how to handle it. I mean, you'd think he'd know. I know he's losing grip and it's all over the place, but
Our gap behind is 8.9 seconds.
I didn't mean to hit Alonso there. I think the game wants us to finish 8. We should be able to get that. Nice move on Alonso. That was nice. But yeah, what's his big problem with Aiden? Like, I kind of don't get it. You know, you would have thought he'd kind of closed the book on Melbourne by now. Because ever since Melbourne, he's been just... He kind of half threw Aiden off the road in China, if you remember. I mean, the thing is, right, the whole thing in Melbourne wasn't even Aiden's fault. Yes, he was told to stay behind and defend, but Butler also, like I said, Butler also made a move that was never on in a million years. So strange. I'm going to overshoot the corner. But yeah, I liked that press conference answer that I picked. You know, being able to switch off and just focus on the pretend nothing's happened. That was kind of the tip Martin gave to Charles Leclerc back in 2019 Bahrain. I think he said something like, he's got to be like Michael Schumacher, where he just has this thing that nothing wrong with the car and get on with it.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
Yeah, because it makes you think of like Spain '94 when Schumacher spent about a third of the race in fifth gear, I think it was. I wonder if we'll get a race at Zandvoort, because obviously Ackerman is for the Netherlands. Do you know one thing I noticed? You know when Murray Walker passed away, and the Williams cars on the halo had one of Murray's quotes. I've got to stop her because I've got a lump in my throat. They put it on the halo on the cars. They haven't done that with this game.
To the car ahead is 5.
Okay, I think it was a one-off thing, but they haven't even put it on the game as a part of the game yet. They might do later. Cause that'd be cool, having a Murray Walker car on your car. I like the one where it goes, "Keep calm and no heroics into sat in the bot, please." I was like, yeah, that's a nice use of the meme. Where's Sonoda? There he is. He's a long way up the road. Alonso's already going to be lapping Ocon in this race if he can catch him. Is that?
There's 3 laps of fuel.
Wait, I think that's Jackson. I think he let us through. It is. I didn't even notice that before. I thought that was Ocon. I'll tell you what, the strategy didn't really work for Aiden. That's for sure. I don't know if I'm going to make 3 seconds back in 2 laps. To go full send. Really, I don't understand why Ackerman made his own decision to come in and disregarded what his team said. These two really can't listen to their engineers, can they? I might do it. It's going to be close. I think we've got one more lap. I love Bahrain. I love driving it. I soak up ERS in an effort to catch him.
Final lap of the race.
Got DRS, that'll help.
The gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
It's going to be a last lap lunge, not lunge, but move.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, I knew he was going to do that. Shit. Fuck it. There we go. No penalty, yes lads. Yeah, I didn't mean to lunge like that. We get fastest lap as well, though. Boom. I'll take it.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
An interesting little encounter between Ackerman and Jackson in the pit lane. And might that cause more friction behind the scenes?
Ackerman sounded pretty angry on the radio, didn't he? Told to box the next lap, but he came in anyway. That's not the decision of a man thinking clearly.
Yeah.
Is he bringing his personal grievances onto the track? I think he could be.
They denied each other a significant number of points last season, and if today's anything to go by, those issues look like continuing. So after a magnificent...
I mean, that's all Ackerman's fault. he comes in on the same lap. Like,
Let's have yours.
that was really no one but his own fault.
Congratulations on a tough race today, Casper. To all of us watching, it seemed as if there was some sort of clash in pitting strategy. Can you talk us through it?
Well, it's unfortunate, but these things happen. I felt the tires begin to go off and realized I needed to come in. It was a calculated risk. There's not much else to say. I pulled it back and finished the race, so no harm done.
So the problem we all witnessed today was a team call, and not a sign of continuing tensions again this season between you and Aiden Jackson.
No, everything's fine. Today was just an issue with 2 competing strategies that caused an unfortunate clash. Yeah, Aiden and I had our problems last season, but that was then. This is now. Why do you ask?
Well, you seemed angry on the radio with your team. People are asking if that's an indicator of a deeper issue behind the scenes. What would you say to that?
Well, there's nothing to be concerned about. It's just adrenaline. You're in the middle of the race, you get hot. I can't even remember what I said. If it was, colorful, and I'm sure we'll all be laughing about it later.
I mean,
Thank you for your time.
that's not exactly a lie. That can happen. But yeah, it's like the incident pissed me off, cost Ackerman some places. It did. But he took matters into his own hands and ruined his own race.
I just don't get it, so he gets to pit ahead of me. And they give his car the only new power unit last season. And he gets to go out behind me in qualifying. This kid is a new #1 driver.
I don't believe that to be true.
But then why does he get paid more?
You're still upset about that.
Ah.
Well, I don't know, maybe. I just wish I never found out.
Yeah.
It's not the money, though, is it?
I'm old.
You're not old.
This again. I am old. For a driver, I'm old.
Aww.
Come on, this is your last season. You said you'd make it count.
I still need to tell them.
Oh, he's not told. He's thinking of retiring, and
Soon.
he's not told him yet.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, forget about Jackson.
Okay.
And stop playing the victim. It doesn't suit you.
All right. Okay.
Aw.
It's Zandvoort next, remember? Everyone's gonna be rooting for you. Be the guy they love.
I don't know about
And Hank,
that.
What?
be the guy I love.
I mean, Max is
That's cute. Did you come up with that yourself?
I'm a natural born charmer.
Aww.
Verstappen's got nothing on me.
You had to ruin it.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.